What's up, guys? An amazing one here. Uh, doing a review. First off, my One Piece review, I did do it, but it won't be getting uploaded because there was two facts. One, my other laptop that I used to use, doesn't have enough memory for me to edit and all that stuff. I was gonna edit it, add music, but it don't have enough. It doesn't have enough memory. So next time I'm wanting to edit a video, I'll just use that camera, take it off to my flash drive, and put it onto this other computer. So yeah, and this is my first fairy tale review after getting caught up with it. I think I caught up with it right before this chapter came out, at least 2 days before the chapter came out. So this is gonna be pretty cool doing my first fairy tale review. So let's go. All right, fairy tale, chapter 218, Fire Dragon versus Fire God. And we see Lucy, Arza, and Lullaby. And before I go any further, I might butcher these names up because I actually haven't heard them because I haven't watched the anime. And the sites I've been reading it to catch up, like the names are just different. Like sometimes it's Lullaby, sometimes is Lullaby or something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, on the first page we see Natsu, and he's trying to hit Zancro with his fire attacks. Like he's trying to hit him repeatedly, and it's not working. And then Zancro was like, "Oh, this is how strong a Dragon Slayer is." And then when he's like, "Natsu," he said, "God Slayer my ass," and then Natsu was like, "God Slayer my ass." And he said, "So a god taught you how to fight?" He said, and then Zancro said, "Oh well, Master Hades is like God, so I guess you can say I got my lost magic from a god." And then Natsu's like, "Oh, so you just learned it from another human?" Ha. And then he said, "I learned mine from a real dragon." And then no, then Natsu said, "I learned mine from an actual dragon. You learned it from just another human. I'm actually a dragon. I can kill a actual dragon." So then and then Natsu and Zancro go for awesome two moves going at it, and Natsu's is called the Brilliant Flame, and Zancro's is called Ka Kagutuchi, something like that. I'm not even sure, but it's Natsu's using his flame magic, and Zancro's using his god magic, lost magic, whatever. And then we have a panel with Happy, Panther Lily, and I forgot the white cat's name, but yeah, they're getting blown away from the battle. And then Wendy's like, "The power of God and dragons are going to clash." And then they go at it, and Zancro has a weird face on his weird face. He's like, "I'm about to beat the shit out of you." And somehow he burned Natsu. And Natsu, if didn't know, he's basically like he's a fireman because he has Dragon Slayer magic and he has the fire one. And it burnt Natsu. And then Happy's astounded. He's like, "Natsu was pushed back? Are you serious? How is this possible? I I thought Natsu was so super strong." And then Zancro's like, these little damn cats starting to piss me off. So then he uses his fire magic and burns him. So that's fucked up. Isn't that animal abuse? Anyway, not just like jumps on top of rock. He's like, "You jerk!" And then goes for fire dragon's roar, and he just has a fat stomach with all the fire in there built up and just blows it right out. And then Zancro sees it and is like, um, Did you know that fire wasn't created by dragon nor human? It's like it was created by God. And then he eats Natsu's flames, and Natsu's astounded. It's like, hold up, did he just eat my flames? He's creeped out. He's like, I didn't know that's even possible. How could you eat my flames? And Natsu is like shivering a little bit. He's like, this can't be. And and then Zancro goes on to say, "Oh, that was some tasty flames, and that's they were wild ones that will never die out." So he's ate some flames, crazy. He ate Natsu's flames, and then he goes on to say, "But even though you may have the strength to kill a dragon, you cannot kill a god." Yeah, I'm really thinking Zancro is really starting to piss me off because he's starting to get really cocky. And then he's like, "This is Grimoire's heart's magic, the fire god's bellow." So I'm guessing this is a fire god maneuver. And he blows to Natsu, and Happy's like, "Natsu!" And then the attack hits Natsu and knocking him off the cliff where he was fighting at. And then Happy yells, looks like Natsu. Zancro's doing his demonic laugh. They're going crazy, having an orgasm in his laugh. And then we see Lucy, and if I'm right, her name is Conan, is something like that. I don't remember. And they're getting beat up with Loki and Gray, and they're getting beat up by this Capricorn, I think they call it, or unicorn kind of dude, or whatever, the goat thingy that got the corns that go like that. Yeah, and he's like, and then Gray's astounded. He's like, he's taking all four of us on at the same time, and he's killing us, defeating us. He's so strong. Then we go to a panel and we see Natsu, and then Natsu's like, I don't remember the last time I could say flame's been too hot. And then Natsu's like, that smell, and he senses urgent. He senses something, and then he looks, and his Makarov, or Makarov. I'm just gonna call him Makarov. Makarov, the master of Fairy Tail. He's like, Grandpa. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me! Somebody defeated Grandpa? Are you all right? And then then Makarov's like, Natsu. And he's like coughing and stuff because he's beat up. He got beat up by Hades. I thought he got killed because he tried to run up on Hades, and Hades had this power thingy and just stabbed him. It was crazy. And then Natsu's like, hold up, Grandpa, you look horrible. Maybe I should get windy. And then he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe you should stay here. Maybe it's not good for you to move or anything. And then he's like, I can't believe this. Who did this? And then he's like, Natsu, listen carefully. We have no hope of winning this. And then Natsu's like, he's surprised. He's flabbergasted. He's like what? No, we gotta win. We always win. It's not possible for us not to win. And then he's like, what are you saying, Grandpa? Who gave you the wounds? He's like, oh man. And then Natsu has a flashback of Zancro and how powerful Zancro is. And then he's like, no, don't worry about it. Next time I'm gonna win. I'm gonna beat that dude, whoever his name is, Zancro. It's like, and then Makarov goes on to say, please Natsu, take everyone and run. And then he's like, no, we're not running. We're Fairy Tail. You're the master of Fairy Tail. We're going to defeat whoever did this to you. We're going on trudging and just destroying somebody. And then Makarov goes on to say, there's a time when one must step down. And then he goes on to say, but we don't know what else he says. And then out of nowhere, Zancro comes down with his demonic laughter again. And then it's like, Makarov, Hades must have beat you up a lot, didn't he? He knocked you out, didn't you? And then Natsu gets up, like, hold up, Master Hades did this to you? And then Makarov goes on to say, stop, Natsu, you're no match for him. And then Natsu says, what do you mean I'm no match for him? Then Natsu starts to shake heavily. He starts to sweat boulders, sweat rocks. It's funny. And then Makarov can't believe he's like, fear? Natsu of all people, he's showing fear, a sight of fear. And then Zancro's like, what's wrong, Dragon Slayer? There's sweat rolling down your whole body. That's pretty funny. It's like, oh, you're scared of me, beat the shit out of you. I'm just gonna kick you in the face, do what I gotta do. And then Natsu has a flashback of what Gildart said. He said, fear is not evil. It means knowing your own weaknesses. And then we see Natsu, he's just starting to shake more like he's having a seizure. And then Natsu's like, this is fear. And then we go to Makarov, and he's like, fear. Oh man, Natsu's really had it bad. Zancro must have just really messed Natsu up. Had to have him in a breakdown state. And then Zancro is like, yeah, that's right. That's fear. When you're faced against something that you can't defeat, something you can't beat, and you can't beat it, that's what fear is. And he's still shaking. And then Makarov says, you have done enough. Now run. He's just standing there, and Zancro is laughing at Natsu because he's scared. And then we just see all these flames around Natsu. He's saying, no. So it's true that this is fear, but it's a different kind of fear than what Gildart was talking about. And then Zancro's like, huh, what do you mean? Like, you still gonna lose. And then it's like, these shivers are coming from the fear that whoever did this to Grandpa must be finished off by someone other than me. Oh no, might be finished off someone. So basically he's thinking, if somebody else found this out, maybe somebody might go to Hades first and defeat him before Natsu could. And then we see a panel with Natsu. He's like, I will defeat Master Hades myself, and I will never forgive any of you. So Natsu's pretty pissed off, and he's gonna go after Hades. But first, I think he's gonna destroy Zan Crow. So this is a pretty short video for a review, but it's all good. So what do I think is gonna happen in the next chapter? I think Natsu, like always, is gonna win. He's gonna kick Zan Crow's ass, no doubt about it. And I wanna kind of see that fight with Loki, Gray, and the other ones against that Capricorn dude. And are they gonna come back? And are they gonna win? And I wanna see what happened to Mary and her sister and Elfman and the other girl he was with, Elfman, I kind of forget names, but Elfman and the lady he was with. So an amazing one saying and have an amazing experience and peace. Sorry, but my voice is kind of like messing up lately. So peace.